Hello everyone, we are Group 16 and we shall be presenting on the production of biofertilizers from food waste. Biofertilizers are substances containing microbes that help in promoting the growth of plants and trees by increasing the supply of essential nutrients to the plants. The nutrients are added through the natural process of nitrogen fixation and solubilizing phosphorus, and they stimulate plant growth through the synthesis of growth promoting substances. The benefits of using biofertilizers is that it can help in the improving of the soil texture and the plant yield while being eco-friendly and cost-effective at the same time. It also destroys a lot of many harmful substances present in the soil that can cause diseases to plants, and they also remain effective even under semi-arid conditions. And while doing all this, it does not allow the flourishing of pathogens in the soil. So the collection of raw materials is the raw material collected are from palm oil mills, from the palm fruit leftovers such as the shells, empty fruit bunch, fiber, and the palm. They are collected and sent to the food waste plant. Before using them for the fertilizer production, they need to undergo pre-treatment. The shells are carbonized to form carbon, and the empty fruit bunch is incinerated to form ash. And the palm undergoes water treatment filtration to form the decanter cake, while the fibers are crushed into crushed fiber.
So the products from the pre-treatment are crushed fibers, carbon, ash, sludge, and decanter cake. These products are mixed together in a mixture. The mixture is then transferred to the fermentation tank where solid state fermentation takes place. The pH, temperature, and the moisture inside the tank is monitored by the computer. We will further talk about this process later in our video. It takes about 15 to 40 days for the products to form fertilizers. The fertilizers are then sterilized to remove any contaminants. They are granulated to form uniform granules, and they are packaged. The packaging is ready to be delivered to the consumers. Plant layout. Now we will be talking about the plant layout. So as you can see, there is an admin block where all the administrative work of the plant is carried out. The raw materials from palm oil mill is delivered in the storage and pre-treatment unit. The pre-treatment, as mentioned before, are carried out in this unit. The products are then mixed and transferred to the fermentation room. The fertilizers formed are sterilized, granulated, and packaged. They are then delivered to the respective customers. The plant is also designed considering all the required safety processes. First aid and personal protective equipment are available throughout the site. Various emergency routes and emergency exits are available, and assembly points are there in case of any natural disaster or emergency occurs. Fire extinguishers are equipped in every room.
Now we'll talk about solid state fermentation, or SSF. SSF is similar to other types of fermentation. However, there's one main key difference. That is that the microbes in SSF are grown on a solid base in the absence or near absence of free water. The moisture that they need to obtain is obtained from the solid substrate present in the fermentation tank itself. Some advantages of solid-state fermentation include that it is a very simple process. It is cost-effective, with most of the cost coming from raw materials. There is less effluent release. This is because it is in a solid state, so there's not much water involved, and thus sludge and water treatment does not need to be performed. There's a high production yield, and the soil is very fertile. Major factors that affect solid-state fermentation include the selection of microorganisms, the substrate used, for example, the amount of lignin and hemicellulose that it contains, process optimization, and product isolation and purification. This is a basic design of a solid-state fermenter. Now we'll talk my group's Lego equipment. We have made a solid-state fermenter. This is the fermentation tank, which contains all the raw material. This is the aerator, which is underneath the tank. This will provide the microorganisms with air. Forced aeration is required so that air does not leak out and air control and quality is maintained. This is the outlet pipe which manages the flow of bio-fertilizer outside of the solid-state fermenter. This is the inlet pipe which is coming from the mixer that contained all the raw materials such as empty fruit punch, kernel, shell, foam, and fibers. These are the temperature and pH sensors so that a constant medium is maintained inside the fermenter and the enzymes inside the microbes are not denatured. This is the fermentation stand and the mixer. The mixer constantly rotates so that a medium is established that is homogeneous and uniform. After some time, the mixer turns off for a while so that temperature is not overly increased. An over-increase in temperature can cause the microbe to start denaturing. Lego equipment. Here we have a mixer that is attached to a medium motor which is on top of a stand. The motor is coded as follows. Firstly, the medium motor runs at a 25% intensity in a clockwise direction for about 5 seconds. It pauses for 100 milliseconds and then runs in the opposite direction, counterclockwise, with the same intensity for 5 seconds. This is in a repeat unit, and which means that this will happen for about 10 times, after which there will be a pause of 2 seconds and then the repeat unit will feed into itself. This is in a forever loop, which means that this will keep on going. Hope you enjoy the video.
Goodbye. Thank you.